There's a different or whatever it is that's been updated. So I don't know yet. I guess we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, there's plenty of data to collect in that previous map. So
that's true. Well played.
Interested to see whether they can give us some insight. But of course, they're probably busy preparing for this one. MOUZ Sports versus FaZe Clan, two of the strongest international teams according to HLTV. This is #1 and #2 in the world. And so if that doesn't wet your whistle, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what will. Here we go, the upper bracket here of Group B, as we start on the pick of MOUZ. It's going to be Mirage. FaZe on the CT starts here, and we'll have a look at the buy on the T side. Just one smoke and a Molotov. We'll see if there's any upgraded pistols in the mix as well. No. So we'll see what they decide to do here. They're going to be positioning themselves towards the B apartments, bomb down towards middle, and we've got Frozen patrolling the extremities, and karrigan exploring them as he pushes towards the Palisanders.
Oh, a lot could be decided on. If karrigan and Frozen run into each other, whoever wins that fight is going to have a lot to work with for their team. So we'll see. karrigan, this is so fast. He's not even slowing down at all. He's going to look for the kill, but Frozen will take him down instead. My God, it was close. Frozen just managed to spin around to find karrigan there. The timing, it looked like it was going to be with karrigan. He was lined up for it. Everything worked out, but not quite. And Twist is going to be sent packing a little bit. That's unfortunate. 4 versus 5 to begin with. The bomb is in the connector, and Jimfat picking up a kill on Rain. This is such a great start for MOUZ.
Jimmy is such a beast. Love commentating his games, and it's going to be a very, very nice start for MOUZ Sports. 5 on 3. Twists basically nullified as well. He's down to 6 points of health. The A bomb side is wide open. And Torji, not really giving much away. This is quite calculated. Just making sure they spot him. He shows a bit of presence. He'll stay alive at this point as well as they're planting the bomb in towards A. This is idyllic. You can't get much better than this in MOUZ. You hold up the aggression. You find karrigan pushing the palace.
Yeah.
You get a kill towards shorts. You get the smokes down, open A bomb, so you force all these rotations, and yeah, there's nothing FaZe can do. You might as well save your Kevlar. As disappointing as that is, I know Anders built it up to be the game of the year. But yeah, we're going to save the Kevlar.
Already let down.
Yeah, it's already over. No, jokes aside, I mean, it is worth saying the Kevlar. It's at 100. It means you get a helmet for $350 instead of $1,000. So,
a bargain.
Yeah, and that's if Torji doesn't find you first. But if you even take one lick of damage, that is not the case, and seems to be as well. Oh, they've done it. That's actually very good. You have to avoid the bomb blast as well. Bomb blast will take your Kevlar down, so you have to be the other side of the map, and they pulled it off. So they should force buy in the second round, Anders, which is quite rare, but it's not very often you see 3 players survive a pistol after giving it up. So they'll be aware of this as well. So we'll see almost certainly the force buy. As you can see, ropz gets a helmet, an MP9, and a smoke. It's actually a pretty sick little setup now. It's certainly worth it. I'm interested to see whether they can pull this one off, and they've been given a bit of a gift in that regard. So that's a really wise and informed decision, if you ask me.
Was there not a scout? Was I just hallucinating that?
Did they? Okay.
Just pure wishful thinking?
I thought I did see a scout. He sort of sold it though, I suppose.
Oh yeah, maybe. I keep forgetting about that. That's a good point. Well, either way, they've reverted to 3 deagles, 2 MP9s, and we'll see. This is definitely a map where you can do some damage with the deagle. I think as a result, playing it carefully here, MOUZ. Smoking off the window, trying to make absolutely sure that no one's going to be able to land an easy shot through the window. So that's going to be pivotal, and they don't have any more smokes now. So we'll see if they can get some control anyway.
Yeah,
they're running the bomb back.
They might not have smokes, but they've got plenty of firepower. That's what they've opted for in this particular round. And yeah, they're up against some MP9s of the helmets, the deagles, but they should be able to pull this one off. You can see they're playing at range at the B bomb site here, allowing them to jump out the window. Brokey with the first line of defense out of the palace, as we see, well, Twist with that MP9 actually getting it done. Beautiful little first kill. And this is going to be the commitment now from MOUZ Sports. They're getting mowed down here. This is actually be a little bit more problematic than I anticipated.
That could be xertioN though coming in. Strong as ever, looking for it. Brokey's going to get out-dueled there. xertioN with 3 kills, and Torchi's picking up Rain in the meantime. So yeah, there was some real danger.
Yeah, for sure. With that opening Twist frag as well. If he gets an AK-47 in his mitts, bloody hell, anything could happen. But not to be the case. There it is, pretty far away. Thank you to the Observer team. As you see, ropz remain with the MP9. Not really much you can do. If you can get like an exit, get another $600, take the MP9 to the next round. That's what he's looking for right now. It doesn't look like we gifted that. Might be able to show us some movement, get up towards short, and see if he can find that AK. He knows it's down there somewhere, so just going to be holding up. And it will be a nice recovery after losing that first pick, and they've got a fully invested FaZe up against them. They've actually done quite well there. xertioN was in impeccable form this morning as well. Say this morning.
Yes.
What time is it? Still is this morning. At 5 a.m. this morning, he was amazing. Twist. Oh, sorry, Twist. ropz managing to get that MP9 frag towards the end. That's $600 at least. Ideally would have got the frag and survived, but they're going to be fully going into the next one. Maybe a couple of deagles or two, considering they got some kills there. But when Twist went down, it looked like xertioN managed to pick up the pieces there. Great little sequence coming through. All the key choke points covered. And should be 3-0. But bear in mind, there are 3, maybe 4 deagles out there. And FaZe will have a chance of making this one interesting.
I feel like for a meta where... Hold on, hold the phone. There's a deagle in the middle. That was getting a little bit scary. I was going to say, there are a lot of players who are playing this like very jiggly kind of Counter-Strike where you're sort of like walking up to all the corners and you're just trying to bait out the shots and you're playing very careful. I feel like xertioN, one of those players that's just very brutal at times, like will run in and take some of those fights. I think it's a nice mix. It makes the MOUZ Sport team a bit more interesting. Oh, there's Twist with the one. Could he get another one? He's got the right idea. xertioN's out there. It didn't look like he had the lineup for it. My God, it was close.
Yeah, you give him an inch, he'll take a mile every single time. It's always scary when he's got the chance to fire off a few shots. Only good for one this time as Brokey. I feel like he gets one here, but apparently not. xertioN will take him down. Perfect start for MOUZ, really, 3-0. But the loss bonus starting to accumulate. We will have a Brokey AWP to kick things off. This is the pick of MOUZ as well. They've been pretty scary on this map as of late. FaZe Clan, sure, like winners of Sydney, but bear in mind there were so many caveats to that event, and there's so many stand-ins, so many roster changes.
Sure.
Do not take anything away from them, of course, but I think it's difficult to say this is the best team right now in CS2. We just don't have enough information.
I think that's probably really worth highlighting. It's probably going to stay that way for a while into the future. We're going to have to say, well, everyone's adjusting. There's a lot of stuff happening at the moment, so oh, missed opportunity, but ropz will make up for it. So gonna get that kill. Smoke going up, and Jimmy's looking for it. He's got the right idea, but ropz just dancing around. It's unbelievable, the movement on the other side. He's still there. Frozen's taking on Twist in the backline, but it's a 4 versus 4. And look at this standoff
well, they know he's there because
they're
patrolling middle, and ropz hasn't left yet. He's still alive and kicking, and now if he survives this one, like, ropz is a genius. Like, I have no idea how he's still alive and well. Oh my God, he might have to jump on him. He's done it. That is so sick from ropz. He waits for his time, finds the opportunity, and now it looks like FaZe have done enough here. Yeah, you're right. That is the bomb. Oh, but Shui's slipped the net here. Oh my God, he's actually made it through kitchen, and Rainen is none the wiser. It doesn't look like he'll find a kill from this, but still, a crazy moment there. They're like ships in the night.
If he could get down into the middle, it'd be a lot more fun, but I feel like maybe that moment is kind of past. It doesn't look like it. Now they're thinking about it. ropz going back to check. You said he was a genius, Henry, and I think you're onto something. There's a bit of a flash setup. ropz is going to get one more reminder. He should have been dead immediately after getting that kill. He should have been absolutely blown up, but somehow he stayed alive. Going to be Brokey going down next. 20 seconds here. Technically, you can pick up the bomb and run to the bomb side here, but my God, it's a long way away.
Well, here comes the Hungarian powerhouse, Torji.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah, maybe I'm building this one up a bit too much because he's going to be having to save as ropz, though, absolutely wallops them. That was a
ridiculous round from him.
Yeah, so sick, so smart, just thinking on his feet, just doing absolutely everything he can to squeeze the life out of them. They couldn't progress, they couldn't move on until they dealt with him. And just when you think you've got him dead to rights, he does this to you. Jimfat, it's unlucky he didn't find that frag. All that speculative spam, you'd think he'd be given a frag towards the end. And ropz, just to know, just joining us, he's been picking up the secondary AWP a few times today and looks very handy with the weapon as well. So that's a great opening victory for FaZe. 3-1. Should be some cash left here, but it's been some very close rounds. So a MAC 10 for Shui as we get into another ropz maneuver. Setting himself up, but they are more than ready for it. 3 players at the top looking to deny any of this aggression towards the middle area. Nice defensive smoke to allow him to progress towards the boxes here. He's taking a lot of damage. This time they get ropz through the smoke, but Rain will keep things at an even keel.
Yeah, look at the CT presence in the middle. There's so many people here. And actually, the T's are just going to evacuate. Well, they were evacuating
Really enjoying this game. It's setting the tone right now. The skill on the server is unimaginable. Some of the absolute world's best FPS players on the server at this stage, ladies and gents. 30 seconds remaining.
You can tell nobody wants to make the next mistake here, but they're running out of time, MOUZ. 22 seconds on the clock. Encircling the A bomb site. They're getting closer. They got their eyes set on that bomb plant. What a peek! It's Brokey again. One of the fastest triggers in the game, and he's just been absolutely blown up. Might have been a chance there to stop the bomb plant, but karrigan hesitating and not quite coming up with it. Now it's Twist. If anyone could with the mechanical skill, it might be him, but Jimpat's absolutely ready for it. 4-1. MOUZ looking strong at the start here.
Everyone on the server is hitting so goddamn hard. Every shot, you miss a bullet, you're going down.
Yeah.
Like you can't even have a moment to think. As we get into round number 6 here, that's going to be a tough one for FaZe to give over because it does reset their cache. This time they do find ropz through the smoke. It was Rain with that beautiful shot top the middle, but they knew he hadn't vacated the premises. Look at that. Ridiculous pre-fire. Proper drive-by there. Old school. As we get into the next round here, we're not slowing down for anyone. As I think we do have a scout in the mix as well. So Twist has picked that up. We don't see many scouts in CS2 for whatever reason. I think it's going to be unlocked by someone eventually. We're going to see the power of it as this tournament goes on, presumably. As right now, just a partial buy here from the CTs, and the first scout shot connects. That's Twist taking Shui down to 29, but you'll receive a few bullets in return. It's going to be the opening frag for MOUZ.
And that kill on Brokey looked ridiculous from Brokey's point of view, but looked even more ridiculous from Sui's point of view. That's hard to deal with. We have a single player at the B bomb site, and it's karrigan.
What a player, yeah. Let's let him cook.
Oh. Needed that one first. He was headed toward the kitchen, Henry, so he was...
Exactly, that's what I was going for. I thought he'd make it there first, and I had something else ready, but didn't quite make it.
That's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. You hate to see that. But 5-1, as you mentioned, the B-bomb side's wide open. They don't need to hunt any of these players, and there's only 2 of them remaining. So there's no rifles to recover of your FaZe, and there's no real potential threats to take down financially going forward. So they'll save a scout maybe, as xertioN looks to close things out in style. He is having a bit of a hunt here. Still 5 players alive, barely taking any damage en route. It's just going to be ropz with the 5-7 in towards the B apartments right now, waiting for an exit frag. And bear in mind that blast radius in CS2 is significantly larger. We'll see that's going to be a case. Not going to be. So, MOUZ Sports, huge cash injection there. Might be the first tactical timeout, I would say. Feels like we're due one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 5-1 scoreline. So if MOUZ are really running away, you've got 4 timeouts. Why wouldn't you use them if you're on FaZe right here, just to slow things down? That CT side economy is not coming together in a big way for them at the moment. So they are going to be having a bit of a rough time at it here at the beginning of it. karrigan's fiddling around with the cables.
I don't like this.
Please don't.
Yeah, whatever you're adjusting, leave it. Let it be.
Leave it alone. We know this kitchen on Mirage, Henry, is not going to be your kitchen. There's no air fryer.
That's true.
Remember that's your...
that's all you need in the kitchen these days.
Kitchen appliance of choice.
Yeah, there's literally nothing else you need. You can throw everything else out. Even the sink. You just need the air fryer.
Just that's it. Doesn't need any cleanup or anything. Just...
you can cleans itself.
No way.
Yeah. It gets hot like an oven cleans itself. You just turn it onto this setting that like it gets so hot it turns any of the dirt into ash.
All right.
And it's good to go. So checkmate, Anders.
Well, you've got me. I don't have a counter, Henry, so I guess you win this exchange.
Well, it's going to be a long tournament, don't worry. You'll have your victories as well. As we see another full buy on either side here. No AWP, just to note. On a map like Mirage as well, that's a big deal. Brokey's certainly a serviceable rifler, but he's a world-class AWPer. And on a map like Mirage as well, against Torgy, is in some career best form right now. Yeah, this could be significant. Round 7. No real damage inflicted just yet. Going through the motions in the default are MOUZ. Molotov towards connector. Going to try and maybe get a player up towards window and see if they get control towards shorts here. Shuey. Oh, needs to be careful. Got Twist on the other side. Good flashbang, though. Oh, the timing is sublime. They can actually pounce this beat bomb site. Can they ever? This is beautiful from MOUZ. The coordination, the timing, and the execution of the shots as well. You couldn't ask for anything more than that. They spotted a little weakness there. The flashbang that Shuey called in to push that smoke was absolutely brilliant. The timings on the pincer maneuver towards the B bomb site, it doesn't get much better than that.
That's actually a rare thing. You're right. Like, normally when you try to do the 1, 2, 3, let's all go at the same time, not everyone is going to win their own fights. So there's going to be a little bit of exchange of information there, but it's just they just blew up the bomb site instantly.
Yeah.
Those 4 kills happening in the space for maybe 2 or 3 seconds there in favor of MOUZ. That's sick.
Perfectly executed. That's a really nice round. You ran the default, you denied the CT aggression, you made sure they were pushed back in the bomb sites there, basic control of middle, Molotov down towards the connector. Even with the CT smoke down, Shuey was more than willing to push through it. His teammates were ready to jump through, apply the pressure from both sides. It's a classic pincer maneuver, and you could see that it's overworked in the bomb site. Twist was retreating, trying to back up his teammate. You could feel the execution coming through, but Shuey just comes through and absolutely mows them down. That was really nice, and it's going to be the second timeout. They're a bit discombobulated after that one. They've just been wrecked.
Yes, I saw karrigan with the headset off try to
be fair, yeah, maybe
something.
He's been the main reason we had the issues in the previous game, because like if he disconnected in that final round, FaZe won the game, but it was like they had to do a 5-on-4 because he disconnected in middle, just as he was getting ready to strike. They still won the round, but we were a little bit confused as to why he was already dead before he'd been shot. Oh no, I don't like this. The old headset's coming off.
It's just the why. He's twisties, untwisting it.
Fair enough.
They do have a way of doing that. I'm so happy that we've moved almost everything now to Bluetooth. I know some people in the audiophile community love the cables, but my God, having the twisted cables in your pocket it's a nightmare. You know, you put your headset in like in a backpack.
Oh, you mean like phone headset?
Yeah,
like
the phone
headphones?
headset.
I don't know. Like
maybe it's just my management skills that are bad, but I just
I'm trying to work it out. You can't even really buy wired headphones anymore, and even if you could, like, there's no port on the phones anymore. So
I think you can get some that are USB-C.
Yeah, but then like you can't charge.
Who wants that?
That's the whole thing. Like
yeah.
There's always these compromises, but
it's too much of a hassle.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Like the wireless headsets are good. I just got to make sure you charge them, I guess. That
is a big deal. Especially if you're traveling a lot like we are. It's a bit of a nightmare if you can't do that. So they've become essential equipment, really. Yeah, tech timeout. I'm guessing it's karrigan's audio that we are dealing with.
Yeah.
He's 0-7. I don't know if that's the audio necessarily, but he's having another rough start.
Let's say it is. Let's just say let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he's having some issues and it's affected the game so far. But it looks like I think it looks like cables. I think they've got the gaffer tape out. I used to work in the event industry, and that's how you normally fix anything cable related. Roll a gaffer tape.
Put more tape on it.
And yeah, just tape it together. It will hold it together for at least a couple of hours. That's probably all you need it for.
I didn't realize it was called gaffer tape in the UK. It is in Denmark as well, but everywhere else it's duct tape, right? I
think one's the brand and one's the actual name. I couldn't tell you which one's which, but yeah, gaffer is what we call it.
I used to play around with that a lot, but not because of event work, Henry. I wasn't that cool. It was because of making foam weapons for
Jesus
for the role playing stuff,
Oh, so you're like kind of LARPing.
LARPing, exactly. Yeah, running around the forest.
Lightning bolt.
That's it.
That sort of vibe.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't running around saying that. I just thought that was fun. Hit other people with the weapons, really.
Okay, so other friends were doing it with you, or was it just you?
Yeah, me and a friend. It was an exciting time.
Singular.
I'll tell you this. Yeah, it's just 2 of us, really. But there was like a whole gathering of people. Maybe like 100 people would meet in the forest, and they was all part of like this community doing it. But random people would show up too, and some of them, they would bring just baseball bats with duct tape on them.
Okay.
No foam.
That doesn't seem to work on any level. Or just to hide the fact it's a real baseball bat. They're just trying to injure people. Is that what they're going for? Yeah, and some people also brought like actual swords with like, again, with foam and duct tape. Like that doesn't work. Like you hit someone with that, they're still going to die. It was an exciting time as a kid, I've got to say. Well, maybe using rubber bullets here, because you can see the MP9s are out in full force once again. As FaZe are struggling. It has to be said, it's the pick of MOUZ, admittedly, and they've presented some fantastic CS. I think this is more of a case of MOUZ playing very, very well rather than FaZe playing bad. Like, it's why I picked them. I thought that showing ins wings up, like, as a unit. The individuals, everything's just coming together right now, and they're hungry to prove themselves after not having Jimmy over in Sydney, right? Like, they want to show that this roster can be #1. They're currently #2 according to the ratings, but we do have to take out a pinch of salt. We're still kind of in the fledgling days as xertioN. Oh my goodness, you see what I mean? Like, everyone's just absolutely nailing their shots. The timings, everything is just spectacular.
It's very hard to find much of a fault with anything at the moment here. A little burst. Oh, how does he
Sewing machine stitches him up.
That's not what you want to see.
I guess, like, yeah, I'm the kind of the head of the MP9 Association as well. Like, you don't love to see that.
Yeah, gonna have a talking to ropz, you know, sort it out. So if you're gonna be using our weapon, you have to represent it a little bit better than that. All right, he almost took down Jimmy there, so there was a chance, but it's a 7-1 scoreline, Henry. MOUZ are just smiling their way through the first half. It's all gone horribly wrong for FaZe at the moment. And this is Mirage as well. I guess this is the thing, if you wanted to see a third map, probably MOUZ winning this one could be really important. I believe the second map is Nuke, which was picked by FaZe, and the disc were sort of warning us, good chance that FaZe are going to be pretty strong on Nuke.
I mean, MOUZ are going to be ready for it too, and it's in terms of form, just from what we've seen today, like, MOUZ are in better form.
Okay. I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be more than happy to play it, to be honest with you. But we'll talk about that when we get there. It's currently 7-1 on the T side of Mirage here. Still plenty of rounds to be played even in this first half. Like, getting 3 or 4 might seem bad, but winning a pistol in the second, you can bring it right back to life. We've really come to learn that in our online adventures, Anders. Like,
true,
any scoreline is pretty deceptive. Even a 9-3 is possible to recover with a pistol victory. As we have a much slower, more methodical approach this time from MOUZ Sports. They still have the majority of the utility, to be honest with you. xertioN, he's just been fantastic, like, really blown my socks off today. Great performance. And ropz to defend the connector against the big man himself. Who comes out on top? It's Jimmy and xertioN working in tandem, and Anders are doing it again. Look at the timing and coordination. Everyone hits their headshot at the exact same moment.
It's so perfect, isn't it? Just very hard. Imagine if you're on the FaZe side of things and you're trying to communicate what just happened to you, but as that's happening, like, no one's even there to respond. They're just all dead all at the same time again.
This is wild.
Yeah, it's worked out.
They're making FaZe look pretty average right now. They don't even have a look into any of these frags.
Yeah, just a bit of a helping hand to you, Henry. The Summers are calling it mid now. You don't average, just say mid.
What, for anything? Okay, I have heard that. Yeah. I've never used it ever, but
well, I'll try and bring it in. I'm just,
no, it's fair enough.
Just trying to keep you educated. I did try to get you on the skibbity toilet train, but
I'm never going to get on board with that.
Unsuccessfully.
I'm so out of that, it's unbelievable.
Don't say never.
No, never. I only watched 30 seconds of it, and I was like, that's
your problem.
Gotta be so, like, that's offensive to comedy. Like, whatever this is, like, it's the opposite of humor. So if that's what I'm missing out on, I'm fine to be left in the dark with some of these crazes and sayings. Well, that's all I've really got to say about it, Anders.
We'll see. I don't think I've lost the battle yet, Henry. I think I can. We'll see. We'll see how we go.
But Jimmy, you're such a sicko.
That's actually really disgusting, isn't it? karrigan's having a really tough game. I think the audio is working, but
so we can't even give him that anymore?
Can't even. I don't think we can even give him that.
Let me have a look at the scoreboard then. So yeah, karrigan 0-8, Roki 2-8, Rain 3. It's not like his teammates are really, like, going above and beyond, and they're just missing karrigan.
At the start of that round that we just watched, xertioN had 10 kills and the whole of FaZe had 13.
Yeah.
So that's, just as a to put a bit of some math behind it. Yeah, they're not doing too well.
So I know people are joining us. They're kind of filtering in as the day goes by. It's been a little bit weird with the scheduling today. We had an unprecedented best of one earlier between FaZe and NIP. It went to quintuple overtime and over 50 rounds played. So yeah, FaZe, that was about an hour ago. We all had a bit of a break. I had to sleep. I don't think FaZe would have had that opportunity, to be honest with you.
Probably not. Yeah, already getting everything set up, making sure everything's working, Here we go, another chance at it. Rain with a good spray down. ropz is there to help him out. Now, unfortunately, ropz a bit isolated. He's still going to be able to get down to it. Very few bullets left on this one, but doesn't want to jump on this one, even though he did hear the gunshot come out. Torch is burning alive, and he catches ropz. He gave his life for that kill, and leaving Frozen in a 1 versus 2.
He was so committed, but here comes young David. We'll see what he can do with this one. Interested, because against karrigan and Twist as well. Bear in mind, karrigan yet to frag, and we're up to round number 10 here. He does do well in these sort of scenarios. These more condensed one-on-ones.
And he's got the AUG at this range. Like, what a great weapon to have.
Yeah, it's his specialty weapon, to be honest with you.
Look at the off angle that he's holding. This so... Oh, he almost had it frozen. He's got the right idea, but there's karrigan on the board. And FaZe with the second round.
Using the brain rather than the brawn. Nice off angle, good position with the AUG, and it will be the second for FaZe, but as you can imagine, there are so many resources available for MOUZ, so he'll be absolutely fine. I love this, Torji, this falling on his sword, making sure he takes ropz down with him. The bomb gets dropped. There was certainly a chance there for Frozen to step up. If he kills karrigan, you never know. I think Twist was low as well. So, here we go then. Getting to the bookend of this first half, ladies and gents. As we said, if FaZe can just get 3, I would say there's still enough to work with. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but commentate a lot of CS2 at this point, and trust me, it can and will happen.
They do say that 9-3 is the new 11-4.
They are saying that.
Yeah. The ominous they.
Whoever they may be, they've uttered those immortal words that it will be the most dangerous scoreline in the world going forward.
Yeah, we need one. ropz is going to find that one. That's a little bit perhaps of a slip up. GMAT trying to see if he could find that one, but in the meantime, Torch has gone down to Brokey, so leading off a couple of more players in this one, making it 3 versus 5. And oh, the spray looked like it was even good towards Connector, but Frozen, the first one to pick up a kill in this round for MOUZ. So they're slowed down a bit. They still have money on the T side, obviously. They've won a lot of rounds here, but things are starting to look a bit brighter here for FaZe. Maybe they could get not just 3, but maybe even 4 if it keeps going this way. Just don't lose the 2-on-5.
They should be fine. Twist is going to peek towards Connector momentarily, I would say, and he should be able to pick up the pieces here, but they've snuck through. It's down to Rain. He is essentially alone here, Anders. Makes a bit of a meal of the first spray, but it's absolutely fine. He can recover. They've heard him, though, so the Molotov will be dropped, and he's going to swing from it. Really nice play from Rain. Denies the initial plant. 2 versus 1 should be a bit of open runway to close this one out, as xertioN has no idea karrigan's in position, who's starting to come to life now. That's his second kill. And like you said, 3 on the board. Final round of this first half. 3 will do. 4, considering what we've seen, would be great. They can recover this still.
They can, and honestly, you know, you get up to 4 rounds, you're not going to be very excited, but you probably will say, I mean, I think the desk we're talking about it, FaZe are one of these teams that have proven time and time, they proved it earlier today. They keep you far behind, but they know how to make the comeback. They know how to get back into games.
They were down 11-5 earlier, and you can never discount them in any situation like that. Like, sure, it's been a slow start by their standards. Again, we had the same thing on Ancient against NIP, but slowly but surely they're grinding their way back in. Like, ropz is keeping the dream alive. Like, he is the only player that's kind of like playing to the level you'd really like to see. Like, he is finding a lot of impact at the start of each and every round. Twist had a couple of moments as well. Rain with 5 kills, contributing, but it's the final round here. If they can find this one, I think they'll have a sigh of relief, because they managed to get themselves back in a winnable scenario. But we'll have a look if ropz can keep applying this pressure down towards the underpass and not slowing down for anyone. Spotted, though.
Still, you know, you make them pay a little bit of attention. They have to worry about that underpass for at least a couple of seconds. You certainly have to worry about the lack of mid-control here if you're on the MOUZ side of things. Yeah, what a luxury first half. Even in this last one, look how much money is on Frozen and Sui. Not that they need it, but they just had so much money on the T side. So they're not going to ever be in trouble in this round when it comes to the money. Oh, she's already got the AWP out, and it's xertioN. Look at it jumping down. He's given it all, and that one entry is worth so much. karrigan getting blown up, and now they're going to be able to get the bomb plant down behind it. And look at who's at the A-bomb site. They've snuck one player first. Frozen. Oh, this could be everything.
Oh, he's jumping around a little bit. If he can stay alive now, he would have done enough there, but he actually kind of fumbles that one. He's given them a fighting chance, FaZe that is now, as they boost up towards shore. Time is of the essence. Getting to about the halfway point here. Torji been incredible in this one so far. Low HP Twist. That might be it. Our Sports might have got themselves 9 rounds on the board.
Ooh, missing the op shot there. The Molotov actually does work out. Torji's here, and that should be the kill that they needed. ropz on his own, 1 versus 1 now. He picks up the first one, but Jimmy's on the other side. It's still going to be a 9-3 in favor of MOUZ. They're in a very, very good position going into the second half here.
Yeah, it's looking fantastic. Really great showing from MOUZ Sport. World class, if you ask me. Like some of the executions, the timings. This is a well-drilled team. And it's FaZe, like some of the individuals unable to convert some of their shots. They were just getting completely wrecked against the executions here. And like I said, I don't think it's FaZe playing necessarily bad. I think this is MOUZ just really showing up and applying a lot of pressure here. All 5 of them hitting incredibly hard, especially xertioN and Torji. Like they are incredible right now. And Twist fighting for his life there towards shore wasn't quite enough. You can see how blind karrigan was. Nothing he could do with the AUG, as it was a closely contested round. Like Frozen, I think, was gutted in his own performance there. The fact he didn't get a kill after that backstab and then jumped. I'm not sure that was by mistake, but still, it got a lot closer than it had to be. But we're getting ready for the second half, ladies and gents. It's the pick of MOUZ. They've set themselves up an incredible scoreline to pick up this first map, no problem. But lose a pistol, and then if you force buy in the second and make some questionable financial decisions, this one can quickly unravel. You're against the #1 team in the world right now, FaZe. And we've seen them time and time again recover these sort of deficits. So nothing is guaranteed. As we have a look at the T side setup, they've got double smokes, which they've already deployed, and a Molotov as well. So smoke towards connector. And the initial interaction here. Chewy will try and fend them off towards middle, but the duel is caught out of position. ropz finds that opening frag.
Uncomfortable, you could tell, just as he's walking up to the spot here. So he's going to be careful. Rain, still 12 bullets in the Glock, and going to be making the jump around the corner. What a nice headshot, though. He actually almost jumped into the barrel there, it looked like. 3 versus 4. Oh, what a long-range pick-off. xertioN, can he do it again? He's getting tagged in the knees, I think. And it's a 3-on-3 here at the afterplant. Not seeing any grenades or anything else for them to really work with. Can be very, very hard to defuse the bomb on this bomb site. Even with a kit, if you don't have a smoke. Even in a pistol round, I feel like it'd be so valuable on this map, but that's not going to be put in play right now. You could tell Twist getting the pick off there on Jimmy, and it's just a 2 versus 3, and they're very low on health on that CT side. Frozen, he actually lands a shot anyway, and xertioN gets one more. karrigan now. I don't think they have the time yet.
Yeah.
I thought maybe there was a kid on the ground. I wasn't sure, but yeah, they don't.
No, there wasn't. So unfortunately, yeah, they might as well, again, save the Kevlar, and karrigan, with his 2 kills, just had to stay alive there, and it will be FaZe with a much-needed pistol round victory. See the Neo pacing in the background. Got a little uncomfortable towards the end of that round. Felt like it could fall apart. There was a kit in play, but the CT's opting to save, suggesting they could force by themselves in the second round. Now, I would say they shouldn't do that. When you've got such a massive amount of rounds, I would say play the percentages, but you do have that Kevlar save, so they're going to give it a go. And if they end up losing this round, this is when that door opportunity starts to creep open, Anders. And this is a very, very important round, and FaZe don't have the firepower I was expecting, but I suppose there's only a couple of helmets out there. The MAC-10 might be the perfect weapon for the job.
Yeah, it could be. I have the same fear, though. We just talked about how good FaZe are coming back into games. You force something around like this, you are at least potentially helping them out. Now, if you win the round, it's a different conversation altogether, but we'll find out how that's going to be playing out. Sui there with the deagle, not getting any connections on the other side, and actually they're powering through. FaZe started to make this look real interesting. ropz is going to be taking out Frozen, and the bomb is making its way to the site. I don't even think xertioN and Jim, in fact, can do anything here. They're a little bit too far away.
So that's the beginning of the comeback, if you ask me. Fending off this force buy in the second.
Yeah.
If we can keep the FAMAS and the deagle up for Jimfa, could maybe get a rifle as well. I think he did like a little player there, but that would be something at the very least, because this is going to be a very close game now, I would say. FaZe have got everything they need. They're laying their own foundations now, fending off that second round, and with 3 players surviving as well, we're going to see if Jimfa can get anything else done. It's going to be 9-5 on our first map of the best of 3. This is the upper bracket final, if you're not aware. First day of Group B, and the winner of this series makes their way towards the semi-finals. We have a day off tomorrow, Anders. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good about it.
I don't think I've ever attended an event where there's a day off, to be honest.
It's a rare thing.
What a treat.
I feel like in this particular context of all days, it's probably good news. Like I said, I think we were before. I don't know about you, but I got about 3 hours of sleep last night. So you know, I might just take the time to catch up on a little bit of sleep.
That's a good idea.
See how that goes.
It's
unless something else comes up that I don't know about, some wild plans.
I don't think there'll be any of that. We're here for one thing and one thing only, and that is some world-class Counter-Strike, which you're watching right now, ladies and gentlemen. FaZe Clan versus MOUZ, #1 and #2 in the world right now, according to the HLTV. It's going to be a close game now, a difficult one for MOUZ to close out here. A long way to go before they reach 13, and for now, pretty much on the eco. It's getting a little rambunctious towards middle. We are seeing Frozen negate all of these smokes. A couple of low HP players out there. Can he connect the shots? He can, but it will be Twist to take him down. And another player sneaks through. Next challenger, please. JimFab passes with flying colors. Bear in mind, they didn't invest into this one. We're down to a 2-on-2. It's going to be FaZe who are the heavy favorites even in this scenario as ropz. Of course, he's slipping the net. He should be able to take this player down, no problem. Executes the penultimate CT player. We are going to have JimFab, unfortunately, just 11 points of health, and with the MAC-10, I don't think there'll be much to say about this one.
Well, he can upgrade to the AK. That's a bit of a bonus, but winning the round,
I would say to save that. Like the money's going to be fine, but it can be great if he saves the AK-47.
And again, you've got the round bonus to do this, right? Like you got a little bit of a buffer, so why not just try and make these rounds a bit better? Try to defeat FaZe with the real weaponry. So that's it.
Yeah, so
9-6 going to be the scoreline.
He can probably drop the AWP for torji, just to keep his money as strong as possible. But him having JimFab, I should say, instead of him, the fact he can have the AK-47 now in the form he's in right now, he's going to be looking incredibly comfortable for the next gun round. But that's going to be 9-6. Like, FaZe are right back into this. Like, bear in mind, that was a 9-3 scoreline. And all of a sudden, a pistol, and like I said, if they make those financial decisions and they don't convert those rounds, then you're on the back foot. Like, the loss bonus is very cruel in CS2 and MR12. But JimFab saving his AK, like I said, he should drop the AWP over, keep the AK himself, keep torji's money as strong as possible, as we're on the comeback trail now. 3-0 in the second half for FaZe. karrigan kind of coordinating the troops here. Doesn't look like there's a tactical timeout. And JimFab, yeah, indeed, he did drop the AWP for torji. So, a chance now. Brokey on the AWP as well. He's 4-14. He hasn't really got going yet. And down there with karrigan right now. I'm sure that's going to change here with the AWP in his hands.
Yeah, you would want to see that, surely. Important. Right now, ropz is just doing a ridiculous amount of work. He's got 17 kills. He's so far ahead of everyone on his team.
Yeah, he's
and look at where he is again now. They're not ready for it. If there wasn't a smoke in the window there, that player is dead on the other side. I think they're Sui playing.
That's why he's biding his time. He knows he's slipped the net again.
Yeah.
Like, ropz, they have no idea he's into that position. And I think he's going to be gifted a kill eventually. He's waiting for that smoke to go down. We'll challenge it again. They're throwing the incendiaries over. They're trying to flush him out. And now they might have an inkling as to what he's up to.
Really thinking about it, a little bit of a jump. I can't believe it. That's supposed to be a losing fight if you're the player jumping. torji picking up a kill, and like you said, he was biding his time there, ropz, waiting for that opportunity. Doesn't quite get it, but you know what Brokey does instead.
He does enough damage to Sui to dissuade him from the position and kind of reconsider where he's standing, and then he walks straight into the scope of Brokey, and now ropz once again. He's trying to make his way through CT spawn. They have no idea. No one checking it. CT's a good response, though, pushing towards the A ramp. But I feel like FaZe are just making things very uncomfortable right now. Twist with the bomb, and, well, he finds Frozen as well. Fantastic shot. Back to a 3-on-3.
There was a moment there where both players were showing on each other's monitor, but nobody really realized. Here we go. torji should be dead, and he will be. Brokey able to find him. What an uncomfortable round. That was a 4 versus 3. And they don't have no position. MOUZ have no idea where to stand.
Yeah, I don't think they have much of a chance in this one. JimFab does fancy it. They've got a kit to work with here, but time is of the essence. You've got 3 kills to find and a bomb to defuse. I don't think it's worth it, lads. Off you go. Another save is on the cards here. It's ropz, though, completely stealing the show with that one. Just great great maneuvers around the map there. Just constantly a nuisance, a thorn in their side, applying that pressure. He forces them to have to go in towards the A ramp because they've just lost control of CT spawn, jungle, window. He's just everywhere. And at that point, Twist is waiting for the opportunity. He hits a bang over shot from the Palace, and that's a wide open bomb side of that stage essentially. torji just has to hold the A ramp, and then we saw Brokey come in and get an absolute freebie of a kill. So that's an absolute masterclass, this time from FaZe. These T-sides have been very impressive. ropz continues to dominate the server here. Not a ton of frags that round, but he single-handedly finds them all of that positional control, Anders.
It's true. A good reminder that, you know, as much as it's about, you know, the gun mechanics, sometimes you really can just get great positions.
That's the reason there. That's why torji has to be the A ramp, because ropz has sabotaged the backlines.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't want to be in that position. You don't want to be on the A ramp with an AWP. Like,
that really is like the best description of what he does. He is a saboteur, isn't he?
Yeah. Like, it hits the speed he got into ladder room as well. Like, really interesting. So just a couple of rounds in it. A 9-3 scoreline that seemed insurmountable as quickly been shut down by FaZe here. We got just 2 rounds to go, and at least the money's pretty decent here for MOUZ Sports. They've got the torji AWP that hasn't really got going on the CT side thus far. Brokey's starting to warm up though. xertioN found early. torji will have to try and find a response here quickly. He knows it as well. As he anticipates, Rain's already towards the mid boxes here. Doesn't seem to be aware of it. He's watching towards the top of middle.
This is so dangerous. And Rain, even though he did peek on the side of the scope there, he still somehow got the bullet off a little bit quicker. So great couple of kills here for FaZe. You said it, Henry. You lined it up for us. That one force-up round and the fact that they won it meant there was a chance here for FaZe to get back into it. And they're trying to take that chance right now. Brokey with a shot, taking down the Soul B anchor. And now Bomb is going to be following through here. It's a 4 versus 2. They are moving in still.
Yo.
Sue, that's so wild. He wanted to go for it.
Oh, beautiful shot, though, from ropz. Frozen. Nothing he can do again. Far removed from the equation. Twist is going to give him nothing to work with here. Just tucks himself in. Flashbang comes over. That was his chance to try and close the round out. It's still going to go in their favor. It's just a question mark as to whether Frozen survives. Spots a shadow of ropz and hits a beautiful shot as well. Maybe he can take everyone down with him. Rain needs to save this AWP though. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay. Frozen with a statement save at this point. Like 3 frags and takes a ton of money away. Money's not amazing on the FaZe side as well. That's actually pretty sick that he's done that. Found the AK-47 as well. It's going to raise his confidence at the very least, Anders. He's looking very sharp. 9-8, 1 rounds in it. Tactical timeout. Rain unable to save the AWP. So will they have it going into the next round? I actually don't know. Let me check the cache.
A bit of an issue right there.
I think if they've got enough, they wanted the glass cannoner, which I don't think they will do. So that's actually kind of interesting. So were going on the hunt, trying to find Frozen, and actually lost everything they were going to take over to the next round. So that's why they'll take the tactical timeout. So sure, it's been a bit of a nightmare start, but the fact they've kept them modest, they've managed to keep the numbers low. They just need to win one of these rounds, and they have a bit of open runway at that point. So as you can see, yeah, no AWP available for Brokey. To be AKs across the board. They won't have any loss bonus accumulated whatsoever. So MOUZ just need to win one of these rounds, Anders. There's one, and they'll be in a good position to close this one out. That's if they get it.
It does feel that way. It feels like they're right on the precipice here. But that's not always enough, right? You do have that feeling, even if karrigan is still not doing that well. You could tell that more and more players are trying to catch up to ropz, who's been leading the charge for FaZe. They're really waking up, and we saw what happened with NIP. I mean, even if it took 5 overtimes, eventually you play FaZe long enough, and they're going to get harder and harder to play all the time.
There we go then. First shot rattles off. Does hit karrigan, but through the wall. He's down to 63. Rain with decent control. They've actually got 2 players in towards the connector already. Very efficient smokes going down. Chewy's under a lot of pressure here. The Molotov applies even more. And this could be an A pounce momentarily. It's going to be down to torji to try and fend them off. Hits the first shot. Can't nail the second. karrigan replies. And now it's down to the 4-on-4. They fully commit towards the bomb site. Bear in mind, MOUZ just need to win one of these rounds, but still losing players en route. karrigan and Rain working in tandem here. It's down to xertioN and Jimfat to try and retake the bomb site. No plan coming in yet. It does go down. And there's Jimfat. Needs the backup now from xertioN.
Yeah, he's dropped quite low on health here. It's very hard to do anything with. Smoke is up, sure, but it is about that flank coming in. If they even want to get close to it, I kind of almost doubt it now. No kit either on xertioN coming a little bit closer here. 2-on-2 and karrigan, he's ready for it. He's been so quiet this game, but it's a triple kill for karrigan in this one. And they're just going to be walking away. No chance to defuse that bomb, which means FaZe are going to be tying up the game, making it 9-9. Sure, karrigan is going to die. They do make it expensive, I suppose.
Anders, yeah. Like, sure, I know I sound like an old record here, but...
Go on, Henry.
The fact that they keep finding these sort of situations, they're taking out all 5 players, the point still remains that if MOUZ can just find this one round, they've stayed in AWP, they've got the maximum loss bonus. The problem is on the CT side, that's not quite enough. I think it's still worth buying. Honestly, with the AWP up there, at least a half buy. Let's maybe get a couple of rifles and some pistols to go with this one because you're so close to breaking them. And do they fully invest? Sort of. So xertioN's all in, Torch is all in, Jimfat, Frozen, yeah, they've pretty much gone for it. I think this is the correct decision. If they can just get this round over the line, Torchy might have to carry them. They might have enough open runway to close out this map. They have yet to post a round. They're down 6-0 in the second half right now.
Yeah, that's a good summary of where we are at the moment. Nearly the shot. Look at how close Brokey is to death. That was Torchy hitting the flick in the mid-air, but in the leg instead, so he gets to live for a little while longer. Torchy's been looking very good so far today from what we've seen.
This is super tense. Best game of the day so far, if you ask me. We're only in the first map of the series. It's coming right down to the wire. FaZe showing that mental fortitude once again. But they know they are very fragile. MOUZ very aware of it as well. The force buy, the FAMASs, the saved AWP. Is it enough?
55 seconds to find out. Smoke up in the window. Bomb is leaning towards the B side so far. And you know what? With the right smoke down to drop off xertioN, or maybe
Rain
just the right kill if a rain. Oh, the flash around the corner. xertioN, how does he live through that one? If he dies, then there's only one player at the bomb site. They might still be able to breach this one, but there's only 35 seconds, and now backup is here.
This might be the one. It's a 4-on-2. The bomb on the back of Rain. He's in the underpass right now, trying to join up with Brokey. He's got 10 HP though. He's not going to survive this interaction. As ropz, he's going for it though. He gets the intel as to where the first player resides. Converts the kill. 3 more to find. If he gets a plant down, that'll actually help them out, Anders, because it gives them that extra money. Bear in mind, they'll be absolutely broken going to the next round. If he gets this kill, he might be onto something. And finally, they've done it. They've broken through. Financially, FaZe are absolutely ruined at this stage. They're going to average, what, between $1,500 and $2,000 each. That's a first round they've given up after that huge streak. The problem was all the rounds were so tantalizingly close. More often than not, losing all 5 members. So they have to force buy here.
Yes.
And then you're down to 11-9 with a full eco up next. This is what I was speculating. This is the moment we were waiting for. MOUZ, if they can find some form here and fend off the A execution against the pistols, they might have done enough to win this map.
They're not far off. You're right. It's probably good to remind everyone of the economic impact that it has when you win rounds, but just lose almost everyone, which happened definitely a couple of times to FaZe. This is the result right here. They are going to try and go for it. They've got 1 smoke, so they can, they can try and smoke that jungle or the connector, whichever one they prefer. Top stairs is what they go for to block off the AWP. That's fine. Gets them a step closer, but there's a lot of road still to cover here. Nice jump past karrigan. Practically stabbing him with the P250. That's a way to get a kill, I suppose. The Tech-9 actually doing damage to range, and somehow the bomb is planted as well. No. This is madness.
This is actually looking super uncomfortable for MOUZ. This is the round they were supposed to convert no problem against the pistols. Shui, so brave to be transitioning into towards the bomb side like that. He's got players all around him, but I think they've done enough. 3 versus 1 twist, nowhere to be seen. As he comes in through short, he's just going to have to hope for the best here. I don't think the bomb's planted for him, so yeah, down he goes. And is there a kill available? Yes, there is. So we're absolutely fine. And it will be the bomb going down at the very least. So it's not the absolute nightmare scenario. The fact they got the plant through and a couple of kills there, it does keep the dream alive somewhat. But as I mentioned, it will be MOUZ now in touching distance, picking up this first map. After a great first half, 9-3 in their favor. FaZe came back in emphatic style with 6 in a row after winning the pistol. Will be their final tactical timeout phase, that is. And yeah, this is like sort of half by territory, maybe even an eco. And with the bomb being planted, you might just have to allow them to get towards map points here. We'll see. And that's going to be the case. Neo, a chance to chime in, offer up his 2 cents. But what a game this is panning out to be, Anders.
It is. I mean, I feel like we're being shown something special here, really, on all sides. Everyone's kind of started to get there. karrigan, a bit of a slow start, but he's locked in the game now as well. We can feel it. And FaZe, we'll see if they can keep this up here. It's 11-9.
Oh, they forced it.
They forced it again.
All right. All right. Okay, so Galil's. Couple of Deagles here up against a very well-equipped MOUZ. They've got AKs, AWPs, full array of utility, but ropz has got headshots. What a way to open things up there, and is applying a lot of pressure to the in-game leader of MOUZ as well. Frozen will back him up and maintain the advantage for now, but the pressure is just so consistent here from FaZe. Lovely work from karrigan. You're right, he really is coming to life here.
Yeah, he's stepping it up in a big way. He was 0-8 at one point. Now he's up to 8 kills, so doing a lot better here. 3 versus 3.
Yeah.
Twist still has a deagle. I think ropz picked up a Galil instead, but is it enough to make any kind of a breakthrough?
Oh, they've got to get past Jimmy first.
Yeah, never an easy task, it seems. He's got the health for it. And actually, they've gone to check middle. Now he knows he can do the footsteps, I think. Oh, them running a bit closer. My God, he's just lining it up. He so makes it look easy. No problems. A triple kill for him. And putting MOUZ almost at a map victory.
What a beast.
Why does he make it look so easy?
It's always so calm and calculated. Like, he knows when he has the advantage, when he can capitalize upon them, and he always seems to convert. He's so calm. And that's going to be map points. Bear in mind, that was another force buy with no bomb going down this time. So FaZe, like we said, they had that great spree of rounds, but the rounds are so close. And towards the tail end of this map, they just wouldn't have the loss bonus accumulated. And now they're going to have to force buy every single round going forward. They need 3 in a row to take it to overtime. It all starts here. 4 pistols and a single AK for ropz, who's been absolutely bloody fantastic today. 20 kills to his name. He kept the dream alive time and time again. They'll have to dig deeper than ever now. The hero AK. He'll have to be just that.
Yeah, ropz has been putting in an insane amount of work today already. We've only seen this as a second map that we're seeing out of him, but yeah, it'd be cool to see it continue. We know what he could do, but again, every time you see it at this level, it's just very, very impressive, isn't it? Rain taking a bit of damage. There we go. Rain and karrigan.
karrigan's had enough in the last few rounds.
Yeah, he's banging out now. He's ready to fight. Might be too late, but this is looking a little bit interesting. 5 versus 3. They might have spotted Frozen back here, trying to do it again. It's Twist instead with the Tech-9, and Frozen under a lot of trouble. Rain finding a second one. Call it a Desert Eagle, Henry, because that one was sweet.
Oh, yes, indeed, Anders. That's very nice. And beautiful round from FaZe. Can't poke any holes in that. A force buy with 4 pistols and didn't drop a single player until it was a done deal. And there it is. ropz with the final Desert Eagle headshot. That's double digits. That's exactly what they needed there. The wheels were falling off. It all gone wrong. But a miracle round from karrigan especially. Steps up just when they needed him most. Lands a couple of bangers. And now the financial woes are on the side of MOUZ. If they want to take the half buy here, they can justify an eco or a half buy. They don't have to fully invest this one. They don't need to close it out right now. But there's karrigan. That's the shot. At range as well. Twist. Beautiful work of that Tech-9. Everyone contributing here. It feels like.
Please don't.
New dance move. New emote.
Yeah, a new meta has dropped. Michael Jackson's left the building, unfortunately, obviously, but you know, we got
probably for the best.
Yeah, you weren't into that.
I just wasn't into him, to be honest.
Well, we'll leave that behind for now, Henry. We'll move into the 23rd round.
So like we said, they don't have the force buy, but they are going to have a few deagles, trying to give FaZe a taste of their own medicine, but it's ropz to fend off the first encroaching CT at that A ramp. They get a couple of kills here, so we're going to go down to round number 24 again. You feel like FaZe are done with overtime today, to be honest with you, but might have to be the case, as they've done a great job here in the penultimate round. It's going to be a 5 versus 1, but bear in mind, MOUZ, they took a timeout, discussed their options here. I think this was the correct decision. Like, have everything you need to close this one out. Like, if you are going to close it out, you don't want to do it with Deagles and a single FAMAS or something like that. You might as well have a fully equipped roster, as JimFab, not really much he can do. If he does save an AK, that would be pretty awesome for him.
I'm sure MOUZ don't want to be playing overtime here, but I'd be really excited if we get more overtime. I feel like, why not? We've already had a wild day. Just let's try and make it the ultimate crazy day and just play all the overtimes all the time. We are going to go to the 24th round, so either MOUZ, that little save in the previous round is going to pay off, and they're going to be able to win this one just right at the brink, or we are going to go to overtime. We'll find out right now. There is an AWP on Torshi. That's exciting news.
Well, Broky's got one as well. He's starting to show some form, especially with the pistols. But it all comes down to this moment. Can MOUZ Sports close it out in regulation? Have we got another agonizing 50 rounds of play around the corner? FaZe have played so much Counter-Strike, but only one map so far. As we get into it, round number 24. See, this is a more tentative approach. Going through the motions of the default. 2 players towards the underpass. The smokes are deployed. They're going to boost the player up. That's going to be karrigan this time.
I think it's ropz throwing like 3 of those smokes in the middle. I don't know how he does it. He's made it through. Oh, but caught. xertioN, that's 1 kill in the right direction. karrigan seconds away from finding the opening that they would have needed. Now the bomb is making its way back, so they are going to try and pincer this bomb site, but there's 3 people here, Henry. This could be a tough break here for FaZe. It's definitely well defended. Do they have a... No, they don't have a Molotov for Shadow either. So this position that Frozen is in is a lot harder to get rid of. Look at the smoke going down, so... Man, oh, and then they blow it up right behind. ropz not ready for it. That is the trick, isn't it?
That's so sick. Those are the kind of plays we're to see more and more of.
Yeah.
That's what the HE should be doing. You shouldn't just throw it like in a kind of speculative manner for yourself. You should have set pieces like that to work in tandem. Alley-oops, we can call those from your teammates.
Yes.
That's what it should be. And that's a perfect display of how to use that mechanic. Is it enough, though, Anders, to take their map pick of Mirage? 5 versus 3. Surely it is. JimFab in a prime position as well. The Molotov is sublime. They're going to have to run the gauntlet and go through it. JimFab more than ready to mow them down. And there it is. It will be MOUZ Sports getting it over the line there in the second half after a 9-3 showing. It felt like it was locked in. But of course, FaZe, so resilient. Always showing and displaying so much character in these sort of scenarios. A great comeback. They bring us all the way back to round number 24 there, Anders. But it will be MOUZ Sports with...